The accomplice felony possession with intent to distribute the drug trafficking, the misdemeanor possession of a controlled dangerous substance, obviously on meth.
What you put your vest on
possession
for,
of
pussy?
contraband in the third degree. Okay, now, before we discuss time and fines, we have a civil asset forfeiture thing to discuss. I'm going to allow both sides to send somebody forward to discuss why they believe and they disagree with the forfeiture of these items. So, prosecution, who wants to tell me why we should be seizing this apartment and this vehicle? And then
can we send Denzel Wallace?
Send Denzel.
Your Honor, before prosecution comes forward, can I object to this stuff?
What stuff?
Like, if the defense
what are you objecting about now?
That stuff, I just want to know if I can object or not.
Yes, this is in the closing statement. You can object during this point.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Fucking hell, Richard, mate.
Why would you care? You're a doc.
Okay.
No, we're sending Denzel. We're sending Denzel. We've worked out that I've been found guilty on pretty much fucking everything, Maya.
Finish your move.
Do
you have food?
I'm not getting life.
No, it's fine. Go,
Can I
go,
have
go,
food,
go.
Denton?
No, Samantha, just do it. I'm not good at Samantha.
I'm numbed.
Yeah. Why do they want to seize his house?
Okay.
Maya, come here.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, Sanders.
Yes, Your Honor. First and foremost, all of the properties were used during the commission of the crimes. But primarily speaking, civil asset forfeiture, as you know, is designed to ensure that criminal activity does not proceed. In this particular circumstance, because of the hefty charges, because of it being drug trafficking, we believe that the vehicles and the property will continue to be used to send the illicit drugs out to the people of Los Santos and San Andreas as a whole, and we're hoping to help break that backbone of the criminal organization. As you are aware, syndicates often use cars of this stature and personal property, such as the house that the apartment we're attempting to seize. We're hoping to help stymie a lot of that.
Okay, Sanders, let me ask you a question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harper and Mr. Jackson here. Are they a crime syndicate?
Toughen up, patty cake. As far as I'm aware, there's no.
You've heard no argument of any affiliation from any of these men, whether it be together,
Man, damn!
party,
I think
a known gang affiliation. Nothing in this court case has touched on any of that. So, what organized crime are we discussing other than what has just been charged here today? Anything else?
Specifically, like I said, we're trying to stymie the growth of any sort of organized crime. Drug trafficking requires a lot of organization, despite what many criminals believe is just a wanton, I'm going to make meth in the backyard, YOLO. They requires a
she said YOLO.
Being seen with their
shout out to Reed
participating.
To add on to that, Your Honor, as well.
Your Honor, Reed actually cooks meth on top of the Sandy Shore PD.
Can I just ask what did you say? Yo-yo? Cook in the backyard, yo-yo? What does that mean?
To add onto that, Your Honor, Kyrie Jackson's own personal vehicle was used in 2 of the incidents in question. That would have been the Komoda for the strain of Estrella Kush. This court is, I think, well aware of the length and
what the fuck? Is that a bison? That's a bison.
At this time, I would just object to misstatement of facts because in the instant that Officer Nova is referring to, I believe that would be People's B, the felony possession of intent to distribute from 27th of April. The Komoda car that was found, the drugs were found in, is not registered to Mr. Kyrie Jackson. It is in evidence. Plate is not registered to Kylie Jackson.
Your Honor, if we're gonna be that hyper specifically in the United States v. Ursery 1996, the Supreme Court ruling allows for property to be seized if it's an involvement of a crime in addition to prosecution.
If you're going to state outside sources and outside jurisdictions,
it's persuasive authority versus binding authority, Your Honor.
And yet standardly, if you're going to use those kind of citations in a courthouse in San Andreas, it is more than just standard good behavior to post that to the docket beforehand so opposing counsel can prepare for it. It is just good goddamn manners, and we've had a lot of bad manners today. So I'm gonna just overrule that and just move past that one.
So I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish by saying either way, the vehicle itself was used 2 times, has been documented, and we go on to the syndicate part of it. Your Honor, the prosecution understands it has to prove an organized crime cartel, but food for thought here is how many meth tables does one need to cook meth?
Could have sworn he's manned him.
Let's
Fucking
not
more than
mistake
4.
facts here. Let's not mistake facts here, Your Honor. 4 meth tables were found.
Successfully started.
Hold on.
Aye? What the hell is that? Bomb! What?
Bomb! Bomb!
What the fuck? Hey, it stopped.
So there's
it stopped nearly detonating. I hope you
Who
guys.
stopped it?
Appreciating these interruptions.
Good.
Okay.
Who stopped it?
Well, the
Sweet.
defendants didn't leave, so I give them credit at least.
I thought one of them did, to be honest.
No,
What was you
he
gonna do?
ran to
Shoot
the
me?
front of the room.
What was you gonna do? Shoot me for the sound of a bomb?
DOC just.
Was he gonna shoot you?
First, damn.
Yeah, your DOC were the first people out the door.
May I continue, Your Honor?
You may.
The DRC ran out
So as I was
first.
stating, besides,
Listen, which fucking bombs are like, hey, I'm gonna blow up now, guys.
Instances, the court has to bring into question previous asset forfeitures and the amounts and quantities of drugs. The amounts and quantities of drugs that was found in this property
Bitch-ass
was
angels.
extensive. You are talking extreme amounts. You're talking an organized group of people. Even though this supposed syndicate hasn't been shown in a court, it is blatantly obvious that this was more than just Jay Harper's meth table.
Okay, I got a question for you, Nova. You're here. Let me ask you a question, and I'm not gonna pussyfoot around this one. So, are you ready? Okay,
Yeah.
right. This is an extensive criminal organization with reach beyond Mr. Harper. Is your argumentation, and the amount of drugs and drug manufacturing equipment that were found during this raid are so extensive that we need to then move into civil asset forfeiture and forfeiture of this man's personal belongings, right? This is your argumentation. So how come when you were asking for sentencing here, you basically asked for the mandatory minimums for Mr. Harper?
Your Honor,
we asked for $1 million.
You asked for 9 and 9, which is mandatory minimum, or 3 times drug traffic.
Because
I'm asking for consistency in your demeanor and in your prosecution. So
You don't
if you
think
are
he
asking
agrees?
for
Yeah,
the
me
mandatory
neither.
minimum for time for this man, my question is to you: why is the punitive nature of your prosecution here placed upon the seizure of his personal property and not on this man's time?
I can explain. I'll be quite frank. The DOJ has been back and forth on this topic of mandatory minimums, and so flip-floppy, it's hard to decide what is natural going forward. In terms of time, Your Honor, I think that the courts and the thingy was supposed to be imposing, there was rumors about time limits, so on certain cases. So I was just under the impression that in terms of time-wise, we were moving towards lowering the overall time. So I may have mistaken that from previous rulings and rumors around the PD and whatnot. But that is basically the reasoning why it's only 9 years, 9 years. Because I didn't want to go on and request 30 years, or whatever else.
Why would you have requested 30?
I'm just using it as an example.
I bet you are.
So that's my reasoning for that.
No,
I wish you requested 30, you scumbag.
Understand because it felt unbalanced in relation to what you were requesting in regards to sentencing, right? But I can appreciate your honesty then, Nova. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else from the prosecution before I let the defense have a chance of arguing against seizure?
Objection.
Nope.
Okay. Defense, what's up?
All right, Your Honor, just to kind of, again, since me and Ms. Maya are representing defendants separately, would it be possible for us to go separately for the appropriate...
One in relation to the property, one in relation to the vehicle, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's 2 vehicles, Your Honor. One's a rebel.
Well, yes, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the vehicles, all the houses, you just want to take everything. I see how it is, Nova.
Your Honor, the prosecution, the people are asking for the defendants to stop making smart-aleck comments. We're being as professional as we can. We don't feel those fair or just.
Okay, if I can ask you to just rein it in for the next 5 minutes while your defense gives us a an argumentation.
If
you gentlemen wish to speak on your own behalf of your properties, I am willing to listen. This doesn't require you to be sworn in. You wouldn't be speaking in relation to the charges you've already been found guilty of, sir. If you know, I'm just giving you the option if you do want to speak.
Me personally, Your Honor, I'm not the best when it comes to talking, so I would rather have my lawyer talk for me.
Absolutely, 100. I get you.
You say 100?
Yes,
Damn, Grayson's such a zoomer, dude.
Alright, so
Grayson is such a
let's
zoomer.
just maybe start with something that already, I guess, made clear my objection. Let me just fully explore it. Officer Nova said that the Komoda was owned by Mr. Kari Jackson during the incident from the April 27th, one of the felony possession with intent to distribute, and used it as an argumentation of continuous instances of that vehicle being used. However, it is clear from the evidence there that the registration is not, in fact, of Mr. Kari Jackson. It is a completely different person. So there's no argumentation there that this vehicle has been used more than once. And moving on to, I guess, further,
I'm not sure, but either way, that vehicle was used for a stroke.
the Komoda vehicle itself, it was found with 1,600 grams of marijuana. Sure. However, let's now talk about how this marijuana impacted the overall charges of Mr. Jackson. It was part of the accomplice to felony possession with intent to distribute. One prong of the three parts of the prong of the drug trafficking, 3 instances. So yet again, only 1 instance. And there was no substances that could be referred to as used for manufacturing, for cultivating, for something that would pretty much be an origin of more and more drugs, something that would sustain an empire, or
Relevant.
a small production of any sort of drugs.
Maybe? I don't know.
It was already packaged marijuana. There was nothing else to be done with it. It was all ready to go. 8 packages. Only 8 packages.
Only 8 packages of weed, Your Honor.
This is the only time we can really say that this was Mr. Jackson's vehicle used in such crimes. We can confidently say that that's why the vehicle should not be seized this time. We understand that the police department and the DOJ might keep a close eye on the same car in the future to avoid this being a recurring issue, and then maybe making some changes and seizing the car. But right now we are talking about the beginning of just a one-off instant of a mistake, something that Mr. Jackson deserves a second chance for, and deserves not to have his way of traveling and something that many of us need in our everyday lives to be taken away from him.
Okay. Councilman Mahmood.
Hey, Your Honor. Prosecution claims that Jay Harper is a criminal mastermind. If that is the case, what does seizing his house, his humble abode, what did the prosecution gain? If they really believe that he's part of a criminal syndicate, his riches must.
Thank you.
He must have access way beyond what he currently owns. He must be able to access stuff way beyond where he's able to own himself. So why take his apartment? Why take the place where
That's a bad argument.
lives? You season his house, his Spanish Ave apartment. You're effectively kicking him out onto the street.
Yes.
And I believe Jay wants to speak about what homelessness would mean for him.
Okay, Mr. Harbour, I'm willing to hear you out.
Okay, sir, thank you. I just want to bring up the fact that if my house is indeed taken, I'm going to have nowhere else to reside and rest my head, which could also lead to drug addiction. I have been tempted by the drugs before, and I probably will be tempted again. However, if I was to lose my humble abode...
Objection, lack of sympathy?
Then I would probably turn to drugs. Not only that, but the rebel they're requesting to seize was actually passed down to me from someone very close to me, and that was passed down from his great nan, who passed away 193 years ago. I know I used them in crime, and I resent that. So I hope you hear me here today and decide not to seize my assets. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Harbour, let me ask you, which friend of you gave you the rebel?
Wenzel Dollis.
Okay. With his nans?
Great nans, yeah. Sorry, did I? Sorry, that is indeed not a lie, sir. I don't know why they would accuse me of such thing.
I didn't hear them say anything, but okay. Okay, right.
Rent free.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna. Can I just ask Mr. Jackson, Mr. Harbour, can I look at your financials to assess your positions? I'm just asking. I'm not going to share that information with anyone.
Share it.
I appreciate that, sir. Okay, I'm gonna go and talk about this. I'll be back in a couple of moments.
Yeah, I just want to know. Come here real quick.
Another bloody recess?
Yeah, I don't agree with this. Looking into the financial side of this, it's like why request sentencing if what you request doesn't matter, you got financing anyway. You know what I mean?
Where did Matt go?
So the argument of why are you charging this and this? You know what I mean?
Well, the part of the mandatory minimums, like we gave minimum time. Well, we have to consider the 8th Amendment, right, which is no excessive time in front. So if we look at the 8th Amendment and we consider, my argument was going to be which you had, but my argument was going to be that we weren't trying to go with excessive time and fines. We were trying to ensure.
It is sleepy time. It's nearly my bedtime, guys. Although in this heat, we'll have to be later, I'll be honest.
I don't know if we're going to get the asset forfeiture.
No, it doesn't sound like
What are you doing if I fleed right now? Do you think you would catch me?
I mean, if you run out, you'll get contempt.
No, but like, I'm just hypothetically, if I were to, do you think you would catch me? Do you think? Are you confident in yourself?
Pretty confident along with the other individuals, yeah.
I mean, if you run from court, it's an indefinite warrant. So
I don't think I was speaking to you, Leonova. I was speaking to the beautiful officers in front of me.
Well, just let you know if that's what you do.
I wasn't speaking to you,
You're gonna be
Leonova.
worse off if you run, regardless if you were getting caught or not.
Thank you for answering that, sir. Appreciate
No problem.
Look, what?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it today.
I've got Tandem has seen me on the prosecution side of things.
I can't be bothered, bro. I'm not
MDMA
stepping
knows
foot in
that-
this
or
fucking court.
the
Bothered, bro. What's the point, bro?
What is... Wait, he actually has a mask thing?
Do I look like a legal Donnie to you, bro?
How much are you guys getting?
Oh, I didn't know.
450. I'm getting 5-5, so 5 years and then 5 parole. 450,000 fine.
I just don't. Like, I get what Grayson was saying, why you requested 9 years, right? But how many times have you requested like 15, and the judge has gone, why you requesting something ridiculous?
Yikes.
It's like they're so wild in terms of like what each judge wants. You can never really put anything on the docket will make any judge happy.
Yeah, that's been my
problem. What I don't get as well is how is 800 grams of cocaine? It's 200 grams less than a brick. I don't. I don't. That is a lot of cocaine.
They had to have
I'm tired, man. I want to go to bed.
the fact that there were,
Am I in a shit
what, there were
state right
numerous
now, or
tables,
am I
right?
blessed? 'Cause
The fact that they have $1 million
I literally
cars.
have below 4K in my bank account.
Is this an Evo cop?
Nah, it's probably gonna. They're probably
Don't
gonna
recognize
think
the
that
name.
flipping his car wouldn't help him right now, right?
Very rarely you'll get every single thing you ask for in sport. I learned that.
Yeah.
Very rarely you'll get everything you ask for, but squeezing them where it hurts is what's important, right?
Yeah.
So he may keep the house. I mean, if he gets caught again using the house.
Hey, come here real quick, Skibbo.
I think if we get one of those, it's a like a capital WW, you know.
Yeah, I think he's probably going to seize a Rebler. I don't know whether he'll seize a Komodo.
We've also got a report of him overdosing and him being treated like EMS. He was kicked out.
Wait, let me see this.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the medical reports, not.
No, okay, wait.
Hey, so can you do me a favor, Richard? Can you go identify that man getting to remove his mask in the courtroom?
Which one?
The guy wearing all white. Just take his mask off and identify him for me.
Yeah, can do. Just walk away so it doesn't look like that's exactly what we're talking about.
Hey, sir, would you mind taking off your mask?
Give me a second. I'm not quite sure how I would do that. You know, I'm trying to reach up and untie it, but it doesn't seem to be untying.
Take your mask off as well, please, sir.
Take the mask off, please.
None of your crackhead evidence was in evidence.
You just reach back around your head and pull it off. Shouldn't be too hard.
You know, it's like I said, that's
Oh my god, is that Chaz Michael as a furry? Is that the furry
Appreciate
Chaz
it.
Michael?
You're one too, you know.
Mate,
Well, thanks to
You're
you.
bloody furry.
That's
Wait,
the furry
Chaz, you're a
Michaels. Oh my
furry?
god. Yeah, he's a furry.
Yeah, I got.
Hey, Gemma.
He took my leg and I
Hey, Gemma. How you
Chaz, what's
doing?
to say here about you being a fucking furry?
Because he doesn't.
Yeah, he is a furry, 100%. 100%.
Denzel touched my leg on scene.
I love you.
I love you too, Gemma.
It's not true.
What is happening here?
He took my VPN and my radio and he won't give it me back.
Because I used to be one.
No, he stole my VPN. Chaz Michael steals VPN. Chaz Michael steals VPNs.
Okay, cool, do it.
Hey, at least at least today. Hey, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
ExpressVPN,
seek
mate.
some clarification on
Wait.
this.
Wait.
About NordVPN here, right?
Wait.
What?
That's
If I would have used this
this would have been
scale
great for him
to
to tell me before.
10 times, it would have been 30 years. It would have been.
That's what look, you see.
Wait, 3
A fuck ton.
Yeah. And we were told that drug trafficking is now additive rather than
Oh,
multiplicative.
Denzel, what's happening?
Oh, it's active.
Yeah, it doesn't multiply anymore.
Come on, Grayson.
So 399 versus.
I should have been off duty 2 hours ago.
Because I think we've got it.
Oh, Stubble called me.
I guess he didn't get fucking ID.
Hey Doc,
Hey.
I was
Hey.
just calling to see if you could get Percy Weaver's keys removed, but I got Jenny to help me out with it.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Nope, so good.
You sorted, yeah?
I'm getting his tags removed as we speak. Lucian to the rooftop. But there's still quite a lot of people that I think like slipped through the cracks.
Probably,
with the
yeah.
mass purge, so.
Okay. If you find out any more, just let me know, alright?
Yep, we'll do.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
He's just in the right band at the right time, wasn't he? Let's be realistic.
For all intents and purposes, that clothing is what a Colombian wears.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, the guy can figure out how to remove his mask for his face, so I don't think he's a bloody
I
Colombian.
could get the picture
Okay.
because I don't have a camera inside the court. But he's right there now.
Here, you can use my phone.
I'm gonna take a picture. Take a selfie, guys.
I want to know what his ID is.
What was I digging?
All these people for this historic moment. I want a selfie. Hello, everybody.
Gosh. Remington.
She's so extra.
Oh my god. Can I have a selfie with you? Okay. You're adorable as fuck.
Oh my god, hitting on the DLC now.
See, they weren't able to
I feel
ID
like I could
wouldn't
sit in
give
her
their
lap
name.
around Christmas.
What
And
the
then we
fuck?
just
Oh my
spend the rest of the
God.
summer. What?
That DOC's throwing up gang signs, bro. He does organized crime.
Peace signs. Peace signs.
He does organized
What?
crime. He's a
Yeah.
Hi, Heidi.
criminal mastermind.
Okay,
Right,
order in the
go back.
court.
Oh,
Order! Order in the court!
Thank you, Batar.
No worries.
Much appreciated.
I go by Bebop.
Okay, is everybody present and available? I see you all.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bebop.
Right, I'm going to start with Mr. Harper. In fact, no, I'm going to start with a general discussion about
No, I
asset
don't
forfeiture and where
believe
we
it's
what we've
like-
discussed.
It is, but it isn't. I don't
I
know if
am
that makes sense.
loath to seize these individuals' personal belongings, home, cars, because it's the first time either of them have hit the court in relation to drug-related charges, right? Like, this is reality. This is your first time here. I feel like if this was a continued pattern of behavior, and I'm going to be honest with both of you gentlemen, if you find yourself in my courtroom again, or in any of our courtrooms, and asset forfeiture is requested, the chances that you lose those properties is much, much higher than it was today, right? Like a pattern of behavior here will establish giving us the necessary kick up the butt to just take your shit. I'm not playing, right? Like, this is your chance to sort your life out and get it on a straight and narrow track and fix it before you end up homeless, right? We're not playing. So this is it. This was your chance.
oh my
I'm giving you
god.
this
The
one.
girl
You know
gang
what?
just
It won't
walked in.
happen.
Dick in these knee pads.
Admiral, thank you for the 5 months,
Either
buddy.
and seize the vehicles or the property. But
That was a reach anyway.
obviously, we now get to the serious issue of the time and fine requested. Now, the UPD requested 9 years in jail, 9 years on parole, and $1 million fine from Mr. Harper. Now, you were only found guilty of 2 times drug trafficking. I'm going to sentence you today to 7 years in Bolingbrook, 7 years on parole, and an $800,000 fine. I will bill you
Okay.
directly after I've given my
Good.
verdict to Mr. Jackson.
My Brenta. Well
Now,
done, brother.
Mr. Jackson,
I gotta get this on.
I want you to know that your
gotta-
conduct during the events of this day heavily mitigated your sentence, right? The fact that you did not engage in resisting, the fact that you did not go violent.
Wait,
the
what?
fact That you literally
If you
just
comply with the
behaved
police,
yourself
it
like
works?
A civilized
What?
human being during these events is what is going to lessen the sentence that was requested of you. They requested
No.
5 years parole.
That's
and a
crazy.
$200,000 fine. I am going to sentence you today to Bolingbrook for 3 years, 5 years on parole, and a $350,000 fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, what I'm going to say to you is, when you get out of Bolingbrook after your 3-year sentence, I want you to find a job while on parole and work off some of this debt, okay? Because I understand the financial position it's going to put you in. Like, use this time to get your life in order, sir. Okay,
Will do,
I'm going
Your
to
Honor.
come down. I'm going to get you both billed, and then you can be sentenced. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Appreciate you.
Jay, how long were you getting?
Do you want to bill?
My boy fucking Ramon, bro.
I don't know whether they're gonna run or not.
You take Harper, I'll take Kyrie.
Kept your house?
All right, Mr.
Kyrie,
Harper.
can I get you here? Okay.
Then I know it's gonna be hard 7 days for you.
Oh, no, fucking no, whole week, mate.
You're gonna have nobody in the mornings.
Yeah, the man, they come earlier than you, so.
Probably be dead by then, but don't die, boys. Take care.
Okay.
They're actually going to prison?
Bye, guys.
They're not running?
Because he had 7 years.
Or is it a ruse?
Nah, you good, bro.
I see you in there maybe sometimes.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, you've been billed.
Mr. Harper has also been billed.
Both of you know that we'll be
Well,
waiting for you.
They're good to
that's
go
on
now.
you.
To detain them.
That's on you to get.
Can I get one final spot?
Are you guys requesting
yeah.
prison transport, or you want to be sent from here?
Come on.
Honey,
Yes.
don't forget Jay Harper's warrant.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you can. What? Prison, yeah, transported.
Yes, also. I'm sorry, if you'd like to come over here, that way we're not too close. Yep, thank you. Yeah, you're fine.
Damn.
The Colombians got you.
Get off my boy, puto. Stop handling me like that.
He didn't have anything against it. We're going to prison.
See, I'm a civilian.
I'm sorry, what you say?
I was a top booster.
Even the lawyer said if we had that, we actually could have used it.
Was that a Colombian cartel member chasing Pigeon?
Yeah, maybe. He's probably owed some money. Well, there's the furry police officer.
Please, I'm at the courthouse. Please, pick me up and just drive. Help. I'm giving it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Probably both rentals, huh? I think that guy... I actually don't know. It's certainly very possible that... Hey. I'm gonna go make sure everything's alright inside. I think that Pigeon might have hired that new random person who didn't know how to take his mask off to dress up as a Colombian and paid him to say something. We should have got him ID'd when he had the mask on.
And they generally have a powwow afterwards. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
fairly normal.
Intent to distribute and transferred proof that you're trafficking or cultivating a drug, right? Transferred intent of distribution is one thing to articulate. And I think you've more than done that here, given the nature of what you did find.
I'll be honest with you. I'm personally not a huge fan of itemizing the charter drug in an instance, but that's just me.
Actually, I got a question for the DT for weed.
Okay.
Just want to see how y'all came about that, just to clarify.
Because this is why the
Seeds,
verdict's confusing.
watering can, packaged product.
Well, it wasn't
Wait,
the
he had
same
seeds.
strain.
Is Nova arguing her own charge?
Yeah, but it wasn't the same strain. That's why I'm confused at how cultivation got proof for that. You
Wait,
see what I'm saying?
wait, was the seeds not the same strain?
No, I didn't put it as the same strain. I believe I put the other one in. Skydog Caramel Pot, yeah. It's labeled as an evidence.
Sure, but you have multiple steps of
Multiple steps
articulating
of
that there's
cultivation,
an
right?
intent to
With the
cultivate that out. No one's keeping 53 weed seeds around just because they feel
like if you had a meth table and you had multiple strains at different points, that still wouldn't like change the fact that it was
I'm gonna bed.
cultivation of meth.
I'm not gonna stay around anymore for a big conversation. It's already 10 past 10. I'm assuming 9.5 hours in this fucking sweat box of a British house. Veg. Alright, chat. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have had fun too. I will be back. I don't want this on. I'll be back tomorrow. I might be around early tomorrow, both for the heat and because well, like I said, there might be some promotions happening tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for hanging out. See you tomorrow. Thank you all for the love and support. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.